Hi everyone, we're just gonna wait a few more minutes, see if some people trickle on in.
Sounds good. There we go. Everyone's starting to trickle in.
Matt. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
We
Ready?
hear you loud and clear. Yep. Officer Sanders, can you still not hear us? Crystal, can you hear us?
Oh,
Alex,
yes,
can
I
you hear
can.
us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Lisa, you're not hearing us either? Rosa, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right. Mike, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Delaney, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right. I'm going to send a message to Lisa and Officer Sanders. They might have just not signed in with the sound. Hopefully that's it.
Hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. Paula, can you hear us? Paula, can you hear us? She's on mute, but I think that's a yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, we're having some audio issues. There's a couple that can't hear us. So
Okay.
they're gonna log off and log back on.
Yes. I can hear you fine.
Are we all ready to get started? Oh, we have Lisa's coming back in.
Yeah, let's get her on.
Hi, Lisa. Can you hear us now? Oh, it's loading.
Lisa, can you hear us now? No. All right, man. I think let's get going and then we'll try to troubleshoot Lisa and Officer Sanders.
I'm recording this as well. Hopefully the sound is working so then I can send it over to everyone. I just would like to thank everyone for joining us. This meeting will hopefully not take up too much of your lunchtime. We're just going to go over, some stuff about the walk. We're going to go over fundraising strategies. Just a quick little introduction as it's, the walk is what, 90 something days away now. So
93.
93. Freddie has the exact number. So I also just wanted to introduce myself real quick because I am new here. My name's Madeline and I am the Director of Development. So I am your point of contact for any walk questions that you have. If it's regarding donations or setting up your website, feel free to shoot me an email, give me a call. I'm always happy to help. I just wanted to quickly give a introduction of where we're at with the walk right now. We've had some teams already started signing up, already getting that fundraising going, which we're excited to see. We've had some sponsorships come in already. So we are full-fledged going into the walk right now. It's very exciting. We like to, log onto the website every day and see who created a team and who joined. It's very exciting. Um, with that, also, always want to open the floor up if anyone is interested in volunteering, whether that's just specifically walk related or coming into the office. We are currently, we're looking for some new volunteers, some people to get in here and help us out. And I also wanted to just go over some quick numbers from last year to talk about the importance of team captains and forming teams, and why it's so important that you reach out to your community, your family, your friends, all of that. Last year there was 83 team captains. There was a total of 319 team members. That's a lot of people. In total raised by team captains and team members was almost $70,000, which was about 35% of the total money that was raised. So, you guys play a very large, important role in the walk. We're very thankful for you, and we wouldn't be able to do this without you. And with that, I have a quick little thing with Heidi, who's not on here right now, but we are wanting to do a social media campaign where we are, get together with some team captains. If you guys want to share your past experience, why you like being a team captain, feel free to reach out to me with that and I can connect you with Heidi. And we want to be a little more personable. We want to share some people's stories and why you're out there, why you're doing this fundraising, and why NAMI Go is important to you. And into the next part, I'm going to let Freddie take over.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining. There's a couple of names on here that I don't know. So just to introduce myself, I am Freddie Morello. I'm the new executive director of NAMI Greater Orlando. I guess at some point I got to stop saying new because it's almost been 5 months, but I guess we can get through the walk with me still saying new. But we don't want to keep you too long today. Our hope for this call was to really kick off our team captains and get everyone excited and riled up and ready to go, and just kind of let you know where we're at, where we can use support, but most importantly be a sounding board to you if you need help, whether it's contacting people, whether it's setting up your walk site, whether it's with materials, anything that we can do to support. That's what we really want to do. As Madeline mentioned, we are here for the team captains, but one of the things we also wanted to throw out there is there's 2 other specific areas that we can always use support with, and that is sponsorships and silent auction. So if you are interested in learning anything more about that, please let us know. As Madeline pointed out, about 30% of our money raised comes from you guys, the team captains, and we're super grateful for that. And we hope to increase that this year while increasing our sponsorships and silent auctions as well. So, all 3 go hand in hand. And, I'll say, kind of giving Madeline a little bit of a pat on the back. She's done an excellent job so far, really with all aspects. And, what's most important is now getting our community involved. So we are going to have another, same sort of introduction at 6 o'clock. And then there'll be some, more calls along the way and, a bunch of emails, et cetera, et cetera. But most importantly, again, we just want to let you know that we're here for you, here to support any way that we can. And again, we really want to leave a lot of time in this Zoom for you guys to ask questions, and just kind of, solidify anything that you may be wondering. But before we kind of open it up to an open forum, we wanted to introduce Paula, who is our board president, who many of you know, and she's going to just talk a little bit about, the walk and what it means to be a team captain. And, and then when she's done, we'll point out some resources that can be helpful to everyone. So with that, Paula, you're on.
All right. And yes, no more new executive director. You are the executive director, by the way. So let's be clear. Hi, everyone. I'm super glad to be here. And real quick, I'll just, for those of you who may not know me, again, I am Paula Kegelman. I am your board president, and I have been associated with NAMI since 2006. My son David, who I walk for, and why I am a part of NAMI, was diagnosed with schizophrenia in 2005. So my journey led me to NAMI the very following year. And I've been involved ever since in some fashion, whether it be on the board. I was a walk chair for 5 years. Barb Akins at the office, who is on this call, our director of operations, office manager, was also a co-chair with me for a couple of years. So, and then back on the board. So the walk is very passionate for me, and what it does for our organization. At one time, our walk was 85% of our budget. So we did not have doors open without it. So the significance of the walk, I just can't stress to you enough, whether it be that financial aspect or awareness to the community. Thank goodness it has grown to be more of that than keeping us sustained, although clearly it is a huge help for our budget. However, our revenues, have ventured into other areas, and thank goodness. So, but the walk is very important to this organization. All the monies that are raised from it do stay right here into our community and are funneled back into the community, mostly in our education classes, which are of no charge to the community. And as well as, keeping our staff and our office doors open and those phones ringing, and, people being able to assist that way. So just wanted to stress all of that to you folks here. And I hope that's what Madeline and Freddie wanted from me today. So that's part of it. Is it okay, Madeline, if I talk about just some tips that I have done in the past? Is that okay?
Yes,
So
no, go for it. You're,
no,
you're the one who's done
I gotta
this
ask the
before.
bosses on the call, guys. They're the bosses on this one. So I think first and foremost is make your ask personal. This is the reason we're all here is normally because of a personal connection, right? In some fashion. So keep it personal. And for some, I think that's hard because it's actually getting out there and talking about this, and but bringing awareness. Keep your ask personal. This is very personal for my family. NAMI gave us the tools early on to be able to help our son live as healthy and happy of a life as he can, and for us to be able to better guide that process for him. So keep the ask personal. I think that's first and foremost. Some team captains are big on incentives for their team members. If they raise $100, they, get a little gift or a prize, and it, certainly doesn't have to be of $100 value, but that can be helpful too. Some little team incentives. I personally, somebody that joins my team, I go ahead and buy them my David's Trekkers t-shirt. It's, under $20, and so the investment for me is well worth it. So I buy them their t-shirt. I don't ask them to buy their team t-shirt, things like that. I've had team captains do a matching donation for their team members up to a certain dollar amount, for it, and that has been very successful in the past. And some of these are actually on videos on our YouTube channel for NAMI Greater Orlando. And I went back and watched them all yesterday, and it was funny to see faces from so long ago. And I saw my daughter Brianna at a kickoff luncheon 10 years ago, and it was kind of mind blowing. She was 16, speaking in front of a room full of 75 people as the youngest, team captain, I think, that year. So, it's inspiring. And then what we've kind of always said is if you have a team of 10 people and everybody raises $100, you've already got $1,000 as your team, right? So kind of keeping things in perspective that way. And I have to say, we used to really stress, get with your employer, ask them if they want to sponsor your team or be a sponsor of the walk. And then, so many people are remote these days, but I think a lot of us are getting back out into the, day-to-day office settings. And if that's the case, what about dress down Fridays. I know that one of the big law firms in town allowed a team captain to address them, and they did dress down Fridays, and it was a large firm. It brought in substantial money for their team. Everybody, like everybody in the firm paid, I think it was $5 or $10 every Friday for like a month. And they were able to do dress down Fridays, which wasn't normal for them. They were able to do jeans on Fridays, and everybody was super excited about it. And it was worth their $5 or $10, however much they, had to pay at that time. And that went toward her walk team. And then social media. I mean, we're in a day and age of social media, right? So use it to your advantage. I post on, I don't have all the other platforms because I just can't keep up, but I am a Facebooker, and that tells my age, but that's fine. And so I will, I always put it on Facebook and my link. But again, I don't use the generic when I build my team, which is up and running, by the way, Madeline. And when I build my team, I don't use the generic verbiage that comes from the NAMI link, which is great verbiage. Please don't get me wrong. However, I swap it, and I have a very personal message that I tweak year over year. And I put that out there for my team page and for my personal page. And I post that on Facebook, and I'll do several posts, and I'll probably I usually start around now, and I'll do it through walk day and even after walk day, because we do collect for 30 days after walk day. We still take donations. So keep that in mind as well. You can be like, we're almost to our goal, last push. And we do those kind of things, and you'll see the team captains doing that. So I think if I had tips, those would be it. I still think they're all valid, even years later, from when we kind of made some of those clips. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys might have through chat, like Freddie said, or anything else. We're super excited about this year's walk. I'll tell you that. With Freddie on board, we are have gone through, as some of you may or may not know, some transition over the past several months. And I know that this board of directors is extremely excited about where this organization is going and the future. And we see just such positive momentum. And we have some newer staff members, including Madeline, which we're very excited to have on board. So I think that I can speak freely for the board of directors in saying that. We're just very, very excited about where we're going in the direction and how we're getting there. I think everyone will feel a kind of a shift a little bit. And like Madeline said, making this a little bit more personal and getting to know people as the NAMI family that we like to consider ourselves. So
Paula, we have a challenge in the chat. If you donate $10 to Barb's team, she'll donate 10 to yours.
Done, Barb. Barb's very competitive. She likes to get her team out there, so get ready.
All right, it's on paper already, so
let's do it. She just raised $20. Look at her. She's a beast. She always was. She's great. All right, you got it, Barb.
And another thing that I wanted to point out, if you haven't created your team, I'm going to put her on the spot. Crystal just created her team, and it probably took her all of 30 seconds to do.
Yeah.
And you can really customize it with pictures. And one of our longtime teachers, Eddie Embriani, set up his team, and with our support, and has already raised $1,000, and his team's been up, I think, for 2 days.
I have to say something about Eddie, and I don't know if you know this story, Freddie, but Eddie Embriani used to sit on our board as well. He is a fantastic guy, now lives just around the corner from me, actually, but family to family teacher, and just all around great guy. But he has gone as far, true story, has gone as far as going in for a routine procedure with his specialist, and on a note on his chest, pinned to the hospital gown, saying, "We can't start until you guarantee a donation to my walk team." True story. He did. And the procedure went on. But so, I don't know that we all go quite that far, but it worked.
Yeah, I think we can all do stuff like that. So let's open it up to some questions. Who's got any questions? I know there's got to be some questions. And you can either type in the chat or just unmute yourself and feel free to ask. I know someone's got something. Well, Officer
Foreman?
Sanders, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
I have something real quick. All I'm gonna say is if you are having any difficulties with your website, if you've already created one in the past, make sure when you log in, you click on the little button that says been here before and you log in. Don't create a new page because it'll just get mixed up. I am working with Heidi, our social media and communications coordinator, on creating like a little video on how to personalize your website. Like Paula said, that personalization can go a long way. So it's just my quick little tidbit. It's in the works. It'll be out there hopefully soon.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, Madeline, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that we've even helped a couple of people set up their teams. So if you need support, you can just call us in the office, and we'd be more than happy to either walk you through it or even, just do it for you, with you giving us your information, etc. I think, one of the other important things that we make sure that we're doing is setting very specific targeted goals. Everyone has, their specific, style on how they want to raise money. But, if you create a goal, for your team and just constantly putting that out on social media, through your friends and family and, just pushing it out there of, hey, we're raising, $10,000 for this great organization, for my team. We're halfway there, we're a quarter of the way there. People like to see the visuals, so you'll start seeing, a bunch of visuals for us in the coming weeks of, a thermometer, a bunch of different things that we're going to do just to kind of show where we're at. You got to put it out there, for people to see it so they know, because if someone sees, oh, you're $1,000 short, but they might be willing to add an extra zero to their check or, an extra $50. Lisa asks, can we have others walk with us that are not on the team? Of course. We want, anyone and everyone to come to the event. There'll be tons of things going on that day, music. We have a bunch of other activities, kid zone. But it'll just be a good day to really, raise awareness, bring everyone together, and just really kind of show out for our community. And yes, can you put on Facebook? Please do. I've been almost annoying with my social media at this point, posting every couple days, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it. And, we've had people sign up already that, we have no idea who they are. They've never been involved with us, but they saw it on social media. We got a sponsor request on LinkedIn the other day, again, from people that, haven't been associated with us in the past. So the more info you can put out there, the better.
I'll say too that we've actually had people that had just been exercising at Crane's Roost and said, what is this event about? And they stop and they will literally come and walk with us and not even be on a team. So, and that helps answer that question for Lisa, and as well as then donated, because of course, over the years, we've gotten smart and carry around little squares for our phones so we can collect money. And we've had people just been like, this would, benefit my cousin or whatever the case. And they've actually walked up and hunted someone down to be able to donate and then, walked a loop around Crane's Roost. So.
Any other questions at the moment? So registration begins at 8 o'clock and the event ends at 12. So if you just want to do one loop, you can do one. You can walk as much or as little as you would like. There's no requirements.
Yeah, it's not a timed 5K by any stretch. We don't have a clock. This is a fun walk. And I've always said, and I'm sure Madeline, when she's done enough of these events, but especially when you get to Walk Day, and Freddie, that, you know, Walk Day is more of the celebration of all the work that it took to get to that day, you know, and so it's kind of a party, and we have vendors, and, you know, like Freddie said, there's, you know, there's music, we have a DJ, and it's a really fun day for us all to get together. We're outdoors. And of course it'll be a beautiful weather day. I just know it. So.
Yep. And Lisa, to answer that last question, yes, 100%. You know, it's obviously for awareness and fellowship, but you know, we're all on this call obviously as fundraisers. So yes, just, you know, we all of our programs with NAMI Greater Orlando are completely free. You know, for those of you who don't know. So we, you know, we really rely on the support of our community. You know, and again, it's about raising the money, but it's also, you know, raising awareness to, you know, it might open up some more classes for us, or, you know, someone may be interested in taking some of our classes. So it's kind of twofold, you know, you can't have one without the other sort of thing. But, you know, we want to, you know, our goal is 200,000. You know, we have, you know, probably, you know, a little over, what would you say,
10%
30%
now.
of that? No, it's even, well, yeah. And we have, you know, another, you know, 20% committed, you know, so we're hoping to blow through that $200,000, and you know, we're challenging all of our teams, you know, to really jump in. You know, mental health now's the opportunity, you know, whether it's through sponsorships, whether it's through, you know, even, you know, Paula mentioned your companies, you know, if you work for, you know, Disney, for example, you know, help us find a connection to get some Disney tickets for the silent auction. You know, all those different things, you know, but really raising awareness and raising money so we can continue to provide, you know, for the community. Heidi, if you haven't followed our social media, Heidi's been posting a lot of year in review, you know, that shows our reach. And I mean, if you see our reach, you know, what we've done for, you know, free for the community, you know, that's really what we hope to tap into, to people realizing, hey, you know, this is a great organization to support, and, you know, really helping them, you know, progress their mission forward. So. Can you address the Facebook fundraiser and the way National handles that? Madeline, do you have any thoughts on that one?
Through Barb, just to make sure I'm understanding, like when you're on Facebook and you create a little fundraiser. Got it. So when you create a page and you do the donations directly through the page, you do get to, you know, it goes more directly versus, you know, on Facebook, you can create like, oh, a fundraiser for your birthday, or those are super popular right now. That's through Facebook itself. And then it makes its way down to us. So, you know, by advertising mainly your page, yes, donations are donations, and we're very grateful for all of them. Ones that are made directly through the NAMIWalks Greater Orlando page are going directly towards us. There's not that middleman involved.
Yeah.
So again, grateful for all, however you would like to reach out to your people. But you know, the walk page is directly handled by me. I can go into it and I can see all of it. When it's through Facebook, I'm kind of that third party person. Do we have any other questions before we wrap up?
And again, we will continue to have a bunch of Zooms periodically, and, you know, some in-person stuff. You know, we'll have our big kickoff event, you know, so we have a lot of stuff planned over the coming weeks. You know, our goal for today was just to kind of get people riled up, get them starting to think of, hey, how can I raise some money? And just, you know, let you know that we're here to support. You know, if you think of any more questions, we are doing this again at 6 o'clock tonight, you know, so if you have any more questions, you know, feel free, jump back on, but also just email us, you know, madeline.lee@NAMIGO, freddie.morello@NAMIGO, you know, I'll put our emails in the chat, but you should have them also if you got this email. But any last thoughts from anyone? All right. Well, without that, Madeline, if you want to close us out and any last minute thoughts.
Yeah, again, thank you all for being here. We're excited. Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. One of my favorite, there's no bad questions. No question is ever bad. It's, we're always here to help. If you are interested in volunteering and knowing more about volunteer opportunities, we do have a volunteer Zoom kickoff next week on the 26th. Feel free to email myself or Freddie about that, and we can get you connected through that. But that's what's upcoming. Keep up with your emails. I'll always be in touch with you about things that are going on, helping you fundraise more, pushing, anything that I need from the community, really help us reach our goal. As I always say, I'm only one person. I can do my best. I'm trying my best, but I do need help from others in the community so we can be successful and we can reach our goal and hopefully exceed our goal. So that's my final remarks.
Jennifer, we can stay on if you want. I can definitely stay on. I'm sure Madeline, you can stay on for a couple seconds. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.